Hey guys, it's Marla at Twin Astrology, and this is a special report for Neptune going direct for twin flames. So Neptune has been retrograde since June 13th, and he's stationing to go direct on the 19th. And this is going to be a big deal. Like, a lot of people are feeling this energy right now, because not only is he stationing, and when I say the planet is stationing, I mean they're coming to a stop. You can picture the planet spinning. It's been spinning retrograde. Then he slowly comes to a stop. And he'll stand still until he begins to go the other direction. So that's what we're feeling now. He's come to a stop. And not only is he stationing, but he's stationing on the south node of the moon, opposite the north node of the moon, because they're an axis point, so they're always opposite each other. Then we have asteroid Karma conjunct the north node. We have Mercury and Juno squaring both of them. You can picture them making a triangle. And then we have Venus in Capricorn also aspecting, and Mars aspecting the north node and Karma. So there's a lot of planets involved. That's a lot of energy. And when we have a lot of aspects to the nodes of destiny, you can be sure that you are getting adjustments made so that you are on your life's path, because that's what the nodes represent. The south node is your past lives. The north node is your current life path. So when you think about Neptune, okay, he's the god of the sea. Think about water. And he rules Pisces. Okay, so he's in his own sign. He's very powerful there. And what he's been doing is cleansing us and purifying us. And here in the south node, he's trying to cleanse and purify us from all our past life kind of crud. And I had this vision of panning for gold. Okay, that's what they told me it was like. When you take a scoop of dirt and you put it in a pan and you slush it around with some water, and all the dirt leaves the pan, and all you have at the bottom is your gemstones and your jewels. That's what's going on now. You can think of those, the dirt is your karmic blocks. And the gemstones that are remaining, these are your psychic abilities, your skills, your knowledge, your past life memories that you need to help you on your current life path. And so between now and the end of the year, all of us are going to be working on integrating more of our past life abilities. Right now, our DNA is being changed. It's being upgraded. Part of which is to help us remember these past life abilities. And of course, also helping us with the ascension. There's also been a lot of downloads lately. And I personally haven't slept really in days because it's downloads all night long. When I do fall asleep, I'm having these dreams where I'm doing all kinds of work in my dreams, and I end up waking up more tired than when I went to bed. So I know a lot of you are experiencing that as well. Neptune rules dreams, so you may find that your dreams are much more intense. Neptune also rules vision, so you could be experiencing visions during the day as well. Now, Neptune is water. He's in a water sign, and he's conjunct an aspect of past life karma, which to a certain extent has a lot of your painful wounds that you're carrying from incarnation to incarnation. Now, Neptune alone is enough to make someone sad, but this is really just, I think, intensifying a lot of sadness for people. So just know that it's really common to be sad right now, to be crying, and to feel really tired. Neptune rules sleep as well. Neptune is a collective consciousness. So conjunct the south node, this is representing, the karmic purge that the whole planet is going through. But I do feel like this is kind of the bottom, and there's nowhere left to go but up after this. And there's really some nice energy coming in with this new moon on the 29th and throughout December. So we can hope for the best with that. Do your best right now to kind of anchor the light. Neptune also rules illusions, and he makes things unclear. He puts us in a fog. He rules things like glamour and the movies, escapism, imagination. So I feel like for many people, some illusions are getting burst around this transit. And the Sabians point to that as well. The Sabian for the North Node in Karma is two heads looking out and beyond the shadows. I talked about these in the full moon report. Now, the two heads is perfect for twins. And it's a sign for twins, too. Not be fooled into what they're saying in 3D reality. You have to look beyond the veil right now. Don't go into fear. The Sabian for Neptune and the South Node is an aviator in the clouds, which again, in the positive, is saying that you have a more elevated vision, that you see beyond, 3D reality. But you have to look on the flip side of these Sabians too. And the flip sides are not being grounded, wanting to escape, missing the signs, wrong turns, feeling like you're living in a fog, losing the plot, one's head being separate from the body, confused by duality of thought, failing to see the integration and cohesion of more than one perspective, fear freezing up positive attitudes, stalemates, not seeing the light, bickering with others or oneself. So you can see, for some people, they might have been stuck. And it's, we're dealing with the ascension energy. I mentioned the last few weeks to stay grounded, clear your energy, shield yourself. Because I feel like a lot of us are getting taken up to the fifth dimension, but then some of us are getting lost there. And where that, instead of elevating consciousness, it's more like lost in the clouds, maybe. And I think this is part of the illusion. Now, while Neptune was retrograde, when planets are retrograde, their energy is very internally focused. It has you thinking about things, for example. So I feel like some people were led down the wrong path while Neptune was retrograde. And now that illusion is coming to an end with him going direct. Now, I don't want people to feel negative about that. If that's happening in your life, then it happened for a reason. Everything that's happening right now is extremely fated. We're dealing with the nodes of destiny. So don't let it make you feel like you did something wrong. There's a reason why you were led down that path, and that will become clear to you at some point. Everyone is getting shifted into something way better. You just can't see it right now. And the message that I got is that what's going on is meant to shift you a lot faster than your own vision was going to shift you. So don't fight against what's happening. For some of you, it's going to be an inner shift, and for others, it's going to be a literal shift, like, for example, a move somewhere. The message was to find the blessing in whatever the situation is in your life. Spend a lot of time alone too. Neptune dissolves boundaries. People that have strong Neptune or strong Pisces in their chart have a hard time with boundaries. And part of that is taking on other people's energy. In my own situation, this is happening right on my moon in Virgo. And I just really want to be quiet. The best way I can describe how I feel is almost like I have no skin. Like there's no barrier between me and other people. And even messaging with people, I just can't do it right now. It's just too much for me. I have strong Pisces in my chart as well. So if that's how you're feeling, that's okay. Just take the time for yourself. And make sure that you're shielding yourself, clearing yourself. And, avoiding others really is the best way to avoid taking on other people's energy. All right, Mercury is going to be squaring the nodes along with Juno, but Mercury is in a much tighter square. When you have Mercury and Neptune together, okay, Mercury is your mind. Neptune is dissolving boundaries. So it releases some of those boundaries from your mind so you can see things from a new perspective. You can see things clearer. You can see more subtlety in things. This is allowing you to see where your blocks are so you can release them. Okay, Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is all about your beliefs. It can feel like there's a tug of war between your head and your heart right now. And frankly, for a lot of you, the energy is just feeling kind of yucky. And really the only thing you can do is try your best to continue to focus on the positives and have trust and faith that there's so much good coming into your life very soon. Mercury, Neptune can also increase the telepathic connection between you and your twin. So some of you might be feeling that. I feel like this Neptune going direct is going to be really helpful for a lot of the twins that are waking up right now. Okay, I was talking a minute ago about how when planets are retrograde, their energy is very internalized. Well, Neptune retrograde has been going to work on the thoughts and beliefs of a lot of twins that are waking up. And now this inner shift that they've made is going to be reflected externally now that Neptune is going direct again, and the energy is going to be more outwardly focused. So going through another level of awakening. And not just the masculine, but the feminine twins are going through another level of awakening as well. I'm not aware of anyone on the planet who is 100% enlightened and knows everything. So we're all going through this together. Think about it as going up to another level. That's the good news. The bad news is that when you're going through the process of awakening, part of the old you has to die, and that's the releasing energy and the dark nights of the soul and the purging. Really looking at yourself right now and analyzing yourself. It's the only way to transform, so it has to just be accepted. Jupiter and Pluto are squaring each other as well. And their energy is that from this kind of negativity or shadow, let's not call it negativity, let's call it shadow. that you've been clearing is coming something very positive that's going to assist you. You can't see it now, but everything that you're going through, everything that you went through, every dark night of the soul, every purge had a purpose. And you needed that contrast of the light and the dark in order to get to the place where you are now, or where you are making your way towards. The overall message that I got was that something that you think has passed out of your life, something that you thought was dead, is actually being reborn. And you can think of the stuff that you've been purging as fertilizer or compost that is enabling this thing, whatever it is, to come back to you. It's like the trees in the fall and they lose their leaves. They look like they're dead, but they're not. They're just dormant, just waiting for the right moment, and then they bloom again. This is something that's happening in your life. This is what all these shifts, what all these surprises, perhaps for some of you, are leading you to. And this thing that's being reborn right now, okay, it needs all your energy. That's why your energy is being directed right now. So there's nothing to fear. Just let go of the past and don't let the past hold you prisoner anymore. This is the gift of Neptune, Jupiter, and Pluto. And Neptune is where we transition from life to death and to rebirth. So out of death, something new is arising. For some of you, it will be your twin flame union. For others, it could be some new aspect of your career or your mission, a deeper awakening, a blossoming of yourself. Okay, don't worry. Don't focus too much on what it is. And don't focus on it has to be my twin coming to me, because that is going to depend on, where you're at in your journey. But just know that this thing that's coming to you is going to help you on your life's purpose and going to put you where you need to be at this very karmic time. And like I mentioned earlier, we have a new moon on the 29th, which is an 11-11 gateway. 9 plus 2 is 11. And it's bringing in some great energy, I think. And I think, starting in December, I feel good energy coming in and things happening quicker than they have been. There's light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm feeling. And really, guys, have faith right now, because there's nothing to fear. Everything really is working out in your best interest. So if you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at twinstrology.com. Please know right now that I'm having a problem with my email. So if you've emailed me and I haven't responded, it's probably because I haven't gotten it or you haven't gotten my reply. I'm in the process of trying to fix that. If you need to get a hold of me, you can try me at my Facebook page or my Twinstrology Facebook page. And you can email me at twinstrology@yahoo.com. All right, thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.